it's me, Sarah. Welcome back to my channel, and before we get started with today's video, remember to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and without further ado, let's get on with the video. Today's video is going to be a thriller and horror books with isolated settings recommendations video. I have 7 books here to talk to you guys about. 3 horrors that are 3 adult horrors, 2 adult thrillers, and 2 young adult thrillers. And I am very excited to talk to you guys about these books. And I gave all of these books 4.5 stars or higher. And let's just get into the recommendations. We're going to start off with horror. So to start off, we have Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates. This is a wintry setting horror. It is basically about these 8 strangers who are on this trip up a mountain, and it gets really snowy, so they get stuck and can't get to their destination, and one by one they get murdered. And this follows our main character. She is trying to figure out what's going on, who the killer is, and it is very good, very intense, and then there were nun vibes. I really enjoyed this. This one is a very fast-paced. It is a little gruesome and does have a little bit of like detailed kind of like gory-ish stuff in it, but very good and very easy to understand. Excellent writing and just a really fun twisty time. I suspected so many people throughout the course of this book, and every time I thought I knew who it was, I was like, nope, maybe I don't. But I will say at one point in this book I did guess the killer, but I never guessed the reasoning. Like, it was so well done. Next, the last 2 horrors are by the same author. They are both by Stephen King. First, we have Misery, which is another wintry setting one. This one is about this man who is an author, and he gets stuck on the road, and this crazed fan of his takes him back to her place. She breaks his legs and keeps him trapped there. It is snowy outside. There's no one around for a long ways, and he is stuck there. She is forcing him to write another book about the character that she likes that he's written, that he has previously killed off of his series, and she's forcing him to write a different version where the character lives. And this one is really creepy. This woman is crazy, but it's just really good. It is slower paced, but it is very creepy, and you definitely see the torture that she is inflicting on this man. And it's just a really well done story. And the last horror, like I said, is by Stephen King as well. We have The Shining. This one is about this, like, kind of like haunted, not haunted, but like creepy hotel. And our main characters go there to take care of it. Our main male character goes there to be the caretaker for the winter season of this hotel when there's no one staying there. He brings his wife and his young son, and weird, creepy stuff starts to go on. And he starts to become crazed and angrier, and it's just very good, very creepy. It's a slow descent into madness for Jack, and I really enjoyed this, and I really do think Stephen King has a very good writing style. And this one, again, was slower, but it was very interesting. And even though it was that slower pace, I just could not put it down. Now let's move on to the thrillers. I will start off with the adult thrillers. So first off, we have The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. This one is about this woman who was robbed, and like her house was burgled. And then she ends up going on this cruise ship for her work. And she's there. It's a bunch of rich people. It's like a very small luxury cruise ship. And she is there, and she sees this woman in a room. She borrows a mascara from her. And then when she says, oh, what happened to that woman that was staying there? They're like, that cabin was always empty. And she also heard a splash and saw some blood during the night, so she thinks someone was murdered. The only thing is, no one believes her. So she's trying to uncover what really happened, who that woman was, who's behind everything. And it was just really good, really fast paced. The beginning, I will admit, was a little slow, but then it picked up. Super fast paced, super enjoyable, and just very intriguing. Next is our second adult thriller, which is The Stowaway by James S. Murray and Darren Wearmouth. This one is also set on a cruise ship. Yeah, they're both set on cruise ships. Interesting. But this one is about this woman. She is on jury duty for this like really important case. And then she lets the world know that she was the one who voted to like let him go. And so now she's been getting threatening messages and stuff. So her and her boyfriend and her kids go on this cruise ship to get away from it all. And on there, people end up dead. She is trying to figure out what's happening, who's behind this. Is it because the killing is the same as the guy from the court case, but only the people in that room would know all the details. So is it him? Is it a copycat? What's going on? And it's very, very entertaining. And I really did like our main character. And I suspected everyone at some point. And it was just a really fun time. Now moving on to our young adult thrillers. We have this one that is kind of more of a new adult. And that is Lying in the Deep by Diana Urban. This one is classified as YA, and I understand why, but it's also kind of new adult. It's in between. It's older YA, let's call it. This one is about these characters. They are in college, but it is written very YA-like. It's definitely got that younger writing. These characters act like they're still in high school. They do not act like adults. They act very young, but it was really good. And this also takes place on a ship. They are going on the ship for school. There's like a school trip they're on here. And mysteries start to unfold. There is a killer on the loose, but who is it? I never saw this twist coming. I suspect, like I guessed some of it, but the main part of it, I was shocked. That seems to be my thing in books like this. I sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes do guess the killer or who's behind everything, but I never guess the why. I just never do. But this one was very fast-paced, easy to read, and just a really interesting time. And the last book I have to talk about is another YA thriller. That is What We Did to Survive by Megan Lally. I read this one as an ARC last year. It recently came out at the end of March, I believe. And this one is about these kids, well, they're teenagers, who, it follows our main character. Her and her friend are out on this, like, vacation at the beach, and her friend meets this guy who she thinks is great. And so the guy's like, let's go out on a boat today. So then they're all excited, and then it's like really stormy or like really gloomy weather. And so the parents make the friend's older brother go with them, and they end up going because it's really rocky conditions, and the other people out there are saying, don't go out there, it's not safe. And the friend doesn't listen because she's like obsessed with this guy, and he says it's fine. And then her brother and her best friend are not just going to leave her there alone with this random guy they met 2 days ago. So they go on board as well. And then they get stuck at sea. It's that isolated setting. They're on a boat. And it's just very... There was a big plot twist that I did not see coming at all. Like, not a plot twist, but like, sometimes in books, like, you think you know something, they're telling you this, and then they're like, that's what they're telling you, but really they're showing you something else. And I never pick up on those. I could not be a detective, but I really enjoyed this one. It was really fun. The characters they went through a lot, like, emotionally and their relationships were tested, especially our main character and her best friend. And it was just a really fun and enjoyable time. And those are the isolated setting thriller and horror books I have to recommend for you guys. If you have read any of these, let me know. If you have any recommendations yourself, I would love to know. I'm always on the lookout for a good isolated setting. It is possibly my favorite trope in horrors and thrillers. But if you made it this far, please leave any blue emoji. And before you guys go, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.